Look at the carnage. My goodness.
There we go. We've got a microphone. We are good to go. Good evening, everybody. Lovely to have you back again. If you were here earlier, I was doing a, whatever it is, 35 match. Right now, I'm doing the live cast of the match I just recorded of Chimera versus 501 ES. We will talk a little bit about all of these different people. Stream Elements is going to do some things to you if you put in capitals and all sorts of shit like that. I've got a little bit of moderation, but I will allow you sexy bugger to go through. That's clearly a good one. Now, we are going to start this off straight away. We are going to not even muck around tonight. Let me get the screen up here. Find a button. By the way, for those that didn't realise what occurred to me during the week, I lost all sorts of shit went on with my computer, so I've got to do a full fucking redo. Anyway, you've seen my face. I'm still here. I'm as gorgeous as I ever have not been, and we are going to get this on. So let's go. Let's start this match. This was an excellent match. For those that have not seen it, it is going to go for the full hour and a half, ladies and gentlemen. And if you spoil, I will hunt down your grandchildren. All right, no spoilers. Thank you very much. I haven't seen 501 ES before. I have not seen 501 ES before, and we'll talk about them shortly, and just see what they were up to and all that sort of stuff in the competition and what they've done before and things like that. So this was the preset, of course. I have to be an infantry squadman, not allowed to be a squad leader, and the reason for that, of course, is the fact that they need to be able to have the full 20 squad leader options available to them. So here we go. So while we crack into this, it is, of course, Karantan, and they are going to be fighting over, primarily for the start of the match at least, Canal Crossing. Really interesting spot to fight over, this one up here. Lots of good options on both sides, and as I'm finding out more and more every day, freaking creek crossing spots as well, which drive me nuts because I don't remember half of this shit. But I guess a few of the areas, as I just highlight over here, because it is a video recording, there's a foot crossing here. Someone's actually able to drive a tank across there. I've seen that happen before, although he drove off the side last week. But that's a possibility. Other crossing points in the middle of the creeks. There's spots up here and down here and everything like that. Just plenty of options here for crossing into Canal Crossing, and of course down this way as well. Lots of backup options around the back here. Heaps of buildings there, heaps of buildings here, and a few up this way as well, and a bit of cover from line of sight and things like that. Airheads, challenging on this type of map if you're up in this end of things, because they're quite open and you don't really get to hide them very well. But as we have a look at the Chimera team, of course, starting to move in now, and spreading a few trucks out a little bit in a few different spots here. Supply truck down through the middle there, recon down the south there, another recon down the south there, running forward people to take out artillery as much as do anything. Please let me know, by the way, if the sound is okay. I have tested it tonight, but I literally had my Windows drive shit itself, and I had to revert back to an older SSD with Windows on it. So there's a few little gremlins that were in the system since Wednesday of last week, and I'll be doing a full Windows reinstall in a few days. Okay, so here is the obligatory competition or tournament anti-tanker on the back of a truck. This is what you see nowadays. And I'll just point out a few things for you here as we get into the match. Of course, the 501st are the folks up in the top right corner here. They're going to be the orange players through the map. Through the match, rather. They are the Axis side. You can see the Axis badge in the top right there on the orange, top center of screen sort of thing. Up here, and the 501st logo there as well. That's to remind you who's who when we look at the screen. Chimera, of course, being blue because I'm on their particular team at the moment. So up the top here, you can see the Chimera logo, and they are the allies for this. And that means something for a lot of folks. If you're new to Hell Let Loose, you might not realise it, but sorry about that. You might not realise it, but it makes a difference for what type of rifle you've got. If you've got a single shot rifle, or whether it's a shoot and bolt, or whether it's a shoot a clip and then reload. Anyway, as we kick off here, and tanks are also a bit of a play in there. The Panther tank is arguably the best tank in the game, but arguably. And I'll let chat deal with that, of course, because it is live tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I am here with a pre-recorded video that I've just watched this match, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited to record this sort of stuff. I was talking in another channel. Someone told me to do it in song form because the other caster tonight was Spanish, and I have zero Spanish skills. But here we go. As we move in, I can sing, but I'm not going to do that for you tonight. And we've got the drop of troops as we push in. There's the long rocket, but it didn't do very well from Electro there. He's tried for the big long rocket there, of course, to pick up somebody on the way. And the predetermined artillery there landing on that bottom left-hand side of screen. We'll talk about some of that in a moment. Then rockets going everywhere. A little bit of a wake up there for Bud as he came in. But this Stuart, look at the Stuart coming across there. You can see the Luke's coming in across the water there. He's just pulled up there now, but that Stuart is in a really good position to start countering this push of troops coming across. Chimera have got the early lead here. There's the truck trying to get around the back there, but of course Chimera too good for that little play around the back there. Well done to them. And we're just starting to see the Chimera wave now on the point, and starting to get the numbers there that they need. And they've got really good sector control down here in this city area. They've got numbers down there at the moment, although they are in a little bit of trouble there. So we'll have to watch that and see what the 501st do as they push in there. But Chimera have the early cap here by the look of this. That Luke's is having a little bit of an argy-bargy with the building and losing. But the Stuart is out of sight as well. So at the moment that Luke's, he just took a round in the face. Not sure who shot at him just then, but I saw that ricochet. So Chimera's still capping here, although they're thinning out the trade. I call it trade for those that haven't heard me say that before. It's when you kill one of theirs, they kill one of yours, and you keep trading players there. The Chimera guys are losing the trade on the point. It looks like the 501st are actually winning that trade. There's a spawn wave just came in from Chimera. There's one down there. There's two down there. The trade's... Oh, it's probably balanced, isn't it? There's enough. There's a Chimera spawn wave. They should be able to get the bodies in there. You can hear that bloody artillery, and I can tell you this thing. The artillery played a part in this game. All right, so lots of artillery landing on that crossing area down here. Good predetermined or pre-located artillery there. So trying to stop any push across that bridge. Chimera, though, they got that early cap, so well done to them here. The 501st guys trying desperately to get across the bridge. We can see a Panzer IV there on the riverside. That Stuart up the top there is going to have to watch out for that. And we've got the Lukes. Here comes the Stuart, actually. Gutsy move there with that tank, but I don't think he's got line of sight there. What I feel is going to happen here is that he's chasing down that Lukes. Everybody knows... he's going to, try and pick up that Luke's anyway. Still got a few 501st coming across the bridge. Really good formation here from the Chimera guys. They really consolidated that point, and they've locked it down. And you can see over the other side of the creek here, the team in the city there did very well. Here comes the Stuart's just smashed that Luke's, and now he's taking a bit of pain for his efforts. And the Panzer IV has turned its turret to try and look forward there. The Stuart again taking another one to the face, and he can take a couple of hits in the face from AT rockets, so that's not too bad. Truck just blew up on the point, I'm guessing there. But well done to the Chimera guys for that opening move there. I think what the most critical part was throwing a bunch of bodies into this left side of the map here that we can see. So the 9 o'clock position, as I call that. You use the clock face on the map, on the screen. 12 o'clock's top, 6 bottom, 3 right, and 9 left. So 9 o'clock here, they put in a bunch of troops in there who not only stopped the waves trying to come in from across the bridge here, but actually they won that opening. So the guys in there are still alive, and they've really pushed 501st back. Look how far. Look, there's about 6 orange players on the field right now, anywhere near the point. So brilliant start for the Chimera guys. Of course, the 501st are going to try and push that back. They've still got an OP up here, but that Stuart managed to survive. Not only that, he's actually doing good work up there. as he rips apart that team there. And you can see the Panzer IV now took one in the face from a 75 that managed to move up. And he's put a second one in there, a little bit of a ricochet still happening off of it. But that Panzer IV hasn't even seen that 75 yet. He doesn't. There we go. That Panzer IV had no clue that that 75 was there. So great work from the 75. Great use of that fence line there as well. And now it's actually shelling towards Customs, which is putting back pressure onto the 501st from actually being able to do anything at the moment. There's a lot of fight going on in the city area around this church. And I know it's important to control this area. You can see Jam Squad there and Das Führer have pushed out from where they had that defensive line here, and they've pushed in to try and clear out the troops that are coming in. So 501st must have had a very deep line plan down that back end of the map here, and it's been quite squashed by how Chimera have played it in this area. I think this was probably the most critical play at the start of everything that we watched, because that shut down any attack line and really allowed Chimera to pick things up. Go Trek, good to see you, mate. And yes, absolutely recovered from COVID. I still hack up something every so often, but you know, it doesn't get up and run off, so that's fine. Oh, Croy with a gorgeous rocket there that popped enticed, I think that was. Whoops. But Chimera have got that front line now on the creek, and you know, the same thing across here for 501st. What that means is they've got defense in depth. So where we've got people on the front here, if these guys start dying, they can probably spawn into the back here and get forward before anybody gets across that bridge system there. That's pretty tough. However, I do know that up here you can get across here. This Greyhound spun me out. I saw it go down towards the artillery at the start, and it was raining out a few recon guys. It's come around the back and pissed off all of the 501st who were trying to defend up here. Look how many players it pulled away. Like they're obviously the AT guy, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys now coming back to work out what to do about that Greyhound. So a very, very, very solid opening move from the entire Chimera team. Well executed strategy there that really put 501st on the back foot for the first, 10 minutes. We're 10 minutes into the battle already, and it's been really cool gameplay. 501st, to their credit here, have put up a pretty good defensive line straight up, and they've stopped Chimera from moving forward at all at the moment. And here comes the bloody artillery again. Could you get enough artillery in a match? No, apparently not. So there's just artillery all the time, and it gives good background flavour, but it also probably pissed off the people on the ground. We'll go and have a look at what the artillery was actually doing now, and you can see straight up here, there's a couple of the 501st back here sort of trimming down the Chimera guys. Great kill there to defend that artillery, but Villa here is now popping rounds back towards the Chimera guys. I think he picks up one of them here. Yeah, bam, there he goes. Cool, to get snapped. And we will see this pressure on the Chimera guys for a lot of the match, regardless of how this turns out, for those that haven't seen it, of course, or weren't in it. This is quite challenging for the Chimera guys. Their artillery was under a lot of pressure for this match. If we pop back over the other side now here and have a look at what the 501st have got. First of all, really interesting defensive line here. And again, the barricade usage in the European leagues is so much stronger than what we see in the Australian leagues or the Oceanic leagues. So that's fascinating right there, that little wall setup. That's like a second or third stage. Third stage, I think it is. But look at this, you know, the guns are set up there, and it's very, very hard to crack that. And we can see now Pell and Road Rage, two very, very strong players, as we well know, trying to come in there and try and clean up some of that artillery and slow it down. We'll come back to that a few times during the match, I think, because artillery always plays a big part in these if it's shooting. And it also draws resources away if it's not shooting, because they're trying to get rid of whatever the hell's annoying them. Now we've got a bit of a back play going on here from 501st. They've lost that city fight over here to the right where the church is. They're sort of not making any ground over that way now. So what we can see, and sorry, I haven't changed the header bar. We really rubbish at that, aren't I? So let's put up a 3-2 to Chimera at the moment. All right, as we can see here, they've sort of holding ground there against just a handful of Chimera guys, but yeah, that's a pretty tough fight. But this little wave coming in here now, Keltheth probably knows about it. Nox, certainly great sniper. He's going to struggle a little bit in this area against this many people, though. We're not talking B-League here, by the way, with 501st. While we're watching this play, let's talk a little bit about 501st. We'll come and talk about Chimera in a second. But I got some information out of the one of the leaders, Sultan, for 501st. First of all, this is their first time in HCA competitive, but it's not their first competitive series. So the competitive history, they've actually 4th place in the Greyhound Cup in 2021, 4th place in the Summer Cup 2021, 2nd place in the Hell Let Loose Premier League in 21-22, and the 13th place in the Seasonal Spring Edition. Okay, so they've had a little bit of a mixed bag of success and whatever there. Some of their hardest working players in the competition for preparation and things like that Kenda Confitero and Gartha H. And I apologise if I mangle these. They'll be Spanish names. It's like my French. It's up there. Pataji and Poro, tank leadership tactics. Squad leadership tactics, Mr. Ninguno, Isengard, and Newboars and Sultan. Now, Isengard is someone we will watch a little bit here, and we'll see Isengard. Wherever Isengard is in this match, you know something's going on and there's some sort of plan. So squad leadership tactics there. But they got plenty of good players, he says to me. Artillery tactics, Aloy, and their artillery certainly is quite top shelf, to be honest. Command-wise, Gartho, Kenda, and Alfred. I think Kenda was the actual commander of their side here. We'll have to check that out. Kenda is, sorry, that's the next question. I'm stupid me. All right, some good play going on here. Camaro finally made it across the bridge there, just briefly, just for a moment. But look around the back here. We've got a bit of a move coming in from 2 of the squad leaders in Tyson Butterdog. Butterdog had a war crime committed against him later on, and I've recorded it. So we'll watch that one very closely. Here's Thanos and Spherical coming in as well. And a nice early move here, play from the Chimera team. They've got 3 Garrison/2 OP builders here. You can see just there, there's a supply truck, and where that garrison, the 501st Garrison is just in that area there. Quite a critical garrison. VK didn't quite see it, unfortunately. So we'll see what happens with that garrison as this unfolds here. But Chimera are on the point, but of course they don't have cap weight at the moment. So 501st have absolutely no idea that there's anybody here. We've got 3 players here on the point. There's the Lukes around the back there, and VK is trying to deal with that, of course, in the bushes. I don't know if he works that out or not. He probably keeps his head down a little bit. But look, Manka now will have just picked up, it's supposed to be dinner time, go to bed. Manka just picked up the fact that there's the recon going up, and here's Kenda coming in. They know there's a bit of a problem here now, and there you can see the point starting to blink. But we've got a tank coming in as well. The 75's coming in now around the back of the point. And this is a really good play here, and it's actually chasing the Panther, which is a brave move right in the middle of all the infantry. You can see Millardi's is there, and he go with the satchel option. Yeah, he's going straight in for the satchel. But if they take this Panther, it's a great kill. But look, there's the satchel going straight on now on this tank. I would expect that they would have picked that up. Yeah, and there he is. He certainly knows there's infantry behind him. They're not going to get out here in the middle of the territory, though, because there's infantry everywhere. He's going to go straight for the point and try and blow up a garrison or something. That's what he's got to be doing, because he's just put the foot down and run off. And a little bit of a shelling randomly to try and help out there. But, Kenda's in there. We know that there's a problem there for the... nice shot in the rear of that tank there, but it's not going to kill it. It's pushing into the point. I think he's going to... he's picked up Spherical. Hey, Spherical, guess what we've got with us? Poor Spherical. Fuck. Was that a surprise? No, nice play though there from Chimera. They've still got the numbers out here, and that's that garrison down here. And we can see a bit of that artillery has been slowed down from the 501st with a little bit of suppressive fire going in on it there. But you can see a few options going in here from the Chimera guys, and they head up the north and northwest, and supplies up the north. He's in the war crime if that tank deliberately drove in and next to Spherical. Anyway. So not a bad play there from the Chimera guys, and it's certainly on there at the moment for 501st. They're going to have to deal with that. Petito, you can see him pushing up there, and that wave that I talked about before that Knox was trying to deal with, they're still pushing in. And Chimera now have that front line there. They've got guys in the southwest area here, and they've got people in the point. So a bit of trouble here for 501st at the moment. We'll see what happens, although they are throwing bodies at it. And certainly they sound like they're... quite a competitive team, quite a strong team. There's a couple of dumpster supplies going up there, one for each team. They've got some people that serve, quite a few people serve in the military, so I always find that interesting to see what's going on there. Now we've got, what do they do outside of Hell Let Loose? They are part of a Spanish community, Comunidad Hispana, organise and participate in different Hell Let Loose events. They don't focus on competitive, but on other fun and interesting scenarios. Realistic battles, knife battles, truck races. Oh, okay, cool. Here is the artillery again, just absolutely pounding the shit out of anything they can hit forward. Look how defended they are, and they haven't stopped shooting, and Road Rage is in there trying to do his best. But these guys, this is a tough artillery to kill. They know this map pretty well. The way they've got this set up, nobody can shoot Hugo, and obviously Vio is also protected there quite well, and Carboneye's now chasing down Nano. So Chimera with a lot of work to do to try and stop that artillery. Quickly finishing off 501st stuff, we can see that Chimera on the point here, and they'll probably start to push the cap. That airhead up here is now getting smashed by a Panther. The Panther says no to your airhead there, VK. And anyway, so outside of other games they play is Hearts of Iron 4, War Thunder, Project Zomboid, Total War Warhammer, probably about 1 million games. They want to get first place in the Miners League to move up. That's their plan. Now, I didn't have a video for them tonight. They didn't have a clan video, but they're working on it still. So I think that's something that everybody is looking at doing nowadays. Here's a bombing run coming in. That will be a 501st bombing run straight across the point there. Trying to crack something open, the 501st. Because they do have a bit of pressure on forward at the moment, and that's the sign of a good team where even if you've got some pressure on one of your points, you're still on the attack, you still keep momentum up elsewhere. We can see a 76 pushing in there now, Von Luck and Hullabaloo trying to defend against these guys. This squad here, Rick though, Richtofen, I think his name is, he's a very, very good player. No question in my mind. Was watching him tonight, just checking to see if there was an airhead coming in there, by the way, sorry. And he's already picked up one, or Fran me picked up one there. And I think Von Luck and Richtho trade each other here. Von no slouch himself, of course. Yeah, good trade there, 1 for 1. Kelteth coming back. So there's a bit of a 501st push here, and you can see they're starting to get some weight. Also in this city area here. Customs now, this is an interesting cap race, isn't it? There's the bombing run from BK across the point there. I guess he's trying to pick up their garrison back here. That would be what that is. It's not going to pick up any infantry though. Great work here from Chimera on the point now, and they're going to be embedded like ticks and tough to get out. But 501st control this city area. Until you clear that city area out just here, you're probably not going to be able to take that point because it's got enough cap weight in this area here. So if a couple of OPs are in there, it's very hard to clear that too, by the way. So, 501st will be able to throw some people back in. You can see the points blinking, so it keeps switching backwards and forwards between orange or red and blue, and then back into that contested area, and I call that blinking for those that haven't heard it before. A lot of attack coming around from various areas there. Of course, you can see the defensive attack. The defense was good on Canal Crossing there, and they've managed to push out the enough of the 501st, but the 501st own that other side of the bridge there, and I think that might be a 501st airhead that just went in, which I didn't pick up during the match. So that's an interesting play there, trying to get an airhead across the bridge, which is just there. You can't see it at this render distance, but they do have that city area there on that south side of the river, and that's quite important. Chimera have to be very careful there. I don't know how many defenders they got in this time. But look at the swarm that came back from 501st. Clearly identified a major threat. Know that Chimera so far have shown themselves to be no slouch in this tournament and have obviously thrown some things at it to make sure that Chimera don't take the point. We've got Jam Squad. Of course, we know that Jam Squad is always an assaulting squad and not an insulting squad, an assaulting squad, but take that however you want. And wherever Jam Squad is, you know that there's an attack going on. So Jam's managed to keep his squad alive in there, although 501st have got enough numbers here to probably shred that attack as it comes across an open paddock. Very hard to attack from that northeast side against quality players. But see, it's distracted enough that we've got Chimera coming in from the south side here. Now, while they're not capping the point at the moment, they are still in it. And that's pretty cool. We've got an OP around the back of the point here where VK is... Yep, and he's just marked that now. Okay, so good spotting there from BK. He got shot for his troubles, but at least he knows where the OP is. But I don't know if the garrison got picked up at all. But here's Chimera again, having another pressure on that point, as we said. Look at the swarm down here from the 501st, though. This is actually going to be challenging for Chimera because they don't have a lot of defenders on here. They've got some very good players there. That do certain things, but yeah, so, please don't throw spoilers out there, folks. I am not interested in that at all. Anyway, so, yeah, let's get rid of that message. Thanks, Peter. So anyway, what we've got here is a big push around the back here from folks. And look, I'll tell you folks right now, get rid of chat if you You don't want to know what's going on. There's a problem in the HCA at the moment that we do have people that actually spawn brothers. So I can't remove that message at the moment. So I'm not sure how to do that. But look, the 501st here in the channel, in the bridge area, really doing well. I'm just going to put some things up there, like this. That'll solve the problem for a moment. All right, now I'll ask Peter not to write anything about the match again, thanks, because this is the live casting of the recording. So we want to see what's going on here. We want people to not be spoilt by anything. Thank you for all the KKs. Let's just stop that, thanks. Or I'll have to shut that down. Here is an interesting little play from Jonah. He got shot off the tank for his trouble. He was lying on the back of that lovely little panther there. And the panther doing a little bit of circle work to try and actually clean him off. We didn't get it. But look, good work there from the guys on CHMA to push up into that zone and still keep the pressure on up there. Yeah, not a problem there at all for them. And here's a supply drop going in from the CHMA guys to try and push a garrison into that area. I'm guessing you can still see some pressure in there from the 501st, and they do hold that south side of the creek. So, you know, that's a big challenge for CHMA there. They've got a tank on Overwatch, though. These tanks throughout the match did some great work. Jonah, that was a great tank ride, man, to be honest. It was fucking hilarious. Loved it. CHMA again pushing on to that point. Well done to them. They're into it now over there now. But you can see there's still a lot of pressure here. Sorry about the sound. I was typing something in. Someone from this match actually put something in about the stream. So I had to go and let them know what I was doing with it afterwards. So that's why you just lose sound here briefly. But look, you can see 501st are actually putting quite a bit of pressure in on this area of the map. And their artillery is still smashing it. And those tanks, both teams' tanks, really did pretty well tonight. I think, more importantly, the tanks were well used and they were much more deliberate than what I say. Here's CHMA again pushing on the point. This looks like 501st are in a little bit of trouble here. They're actually getting quite shredded on the point here. And Bot, John and Panic have actually pushed out to where an OP was before. There was a marked OP on the side of this building, or that building, I can't remember which, somewhere in there, VK hit before. CHMA are getting the cap here, but there is a garrison up here somewhere, I'm certain of it. There's a tank as well, which that Panther that Jonah took a bit of a ride on. He didn't play. There it is. That garrison way up here. And look, they've thrown another tank at it as well. And that, of course, made the point blink back the other way into 501st's favour. That would have been a little bit of a panic button moment there from the commander. Of course, Kender would have just gone, oh shit, because they were over 50% cap. And CHMA still managing to pick this cap up here. It's still turning their way. So back up there towards the 50% mark. This wave that's coming in, though, I think is going to turn it back. And, of course, there's two tanks in the area. I don't know. Because CHMA have taken that other side of the creek, what we talked about before. That's probably one of the more critical areas to hold there. Because even if they lose the point now, I mean, you see the spawn wave coming in. If they can have a footprint on this side of the creek, they can put a spawn point or two in there. Maybe even a garrison if they're lucky distance-wise. Which means that 501st to push back into the defensive point itself to spawn from, and back here as well. They can't put a garrison in here because that one there would be too close. So if CHMA can hold this area up here, it will really keep the pressure on into the deep into that 501st defense area. And that is a fucking huge spawn wave that they came in. And look how they didn't just all rush for the point as well. Von just made a comment on that. It is an insane push because they didn't all just run in here. They actually knew they had to take this whole sector back. And so you can see Kender and Deshkin. Kender straight away knows he's got to control that area up there. And that's the smart play here. And look at that. CHMA have been kicked out of there again. Whether it be through redeploys or just getting shot a lot. There's an OP in there. Lupus managed to get in, but you can see the 501st are pushing in, and they're pushing in across a very wide flank. And that's the way you do it, folks. You don't just run all your bodies down one line, of course. You run it out in a big wave so you get multiple angles, bit of tank support, combined arms, and of course that fucking artillery, which just never stopped. It was relentless throughout this match. Smashing into the point, it will be in a moment. CHMA still got the pressure in here. It's fascinating. They actually control the point, but they're not capping. because a great defense here from 501st. Really, really good work. And you can see, even though they're trying to come across the open field here, that Panther is pushed up, of course. Look at the numbers from Chimera and the point. They're still not capping. And these guys back here, Road Rage and Nox, trying desperately to control that. You can see there's only one on artillery here, and he's having to keep jumping off there to try and defend himself. Just looking at a few little pieces moving around at the moment on the map. VK had reasonable resources for this, but look at the spawn wave coming in again, and of course Chimera own that south side of the creek here, but we'll probably see another spawn wave coming off of 501st because they're losing it again. They're not losing it badly. The numbers are pretty balanced here. There's another little spawn wave. That was enough off an OP, that one, to get in here and start strip things down. But somebody down here is shooting. Yeah, Butterdog, look, and Butter knows he's smart enough. He just lost his OP there. I saw that. And he'll pick up Kalo, but from memory, as soon as he gets up, someone else was pushing in on him here and he gets popped. So Butters was doing a very good job there. Yeah, I think 501st had a couple of kitchen sinks they threw at you as well at that time, Von, and that's how the non-cap happened. So they had multiple spawn points. You can see out here on the left there, they've cut off your city supply route around here. And just such forward thinking from the team there. Look how many Chimera guys are on the point and how bad this cap is for the 501st at the moment. And yet they are still just throwing numbers at it from different angles. There's a spawn those three squad leaders. It's like a little fucking clown car of people that's just randomly spawns. There's the Isengard I told you about before. Those three squad leaders are their hit squad. Wherever they go, shit gets real. And I watch them a number of times. They get randomly deployed as an assault squad. It's like a squad within three squads there. I don't think they actually have anybody in their squad. They just literally spawn somewhere and go and do some death. And so they've done that up here. They've completely shut down. And look how Chimera now are getting pincered out of the point. They won't have many options left to them here, and they are getting completely circled. Chimera's still holding the bridge there. We know there's a tank over there because Candy Rocks is sticking out, so that helps us, of course, casting. That was a very, very good defensive play. Look how it just encircled and encroached in on the Chimera guys, and long range fire coming in. That's the type of stuff you want, and they didn't panic. They were in a lot of trouble there. They were up to 2/3 capped, but they did not panic. They played the play, and it's about getting the numbers into the zones and then just trimming out the enemy. So very, very, very good discipline. Love it. I love it. And that's the type of stuff you're looking for in these matches. That's what you want to occur. You want your team to be playing those types of plays. So well done to them there. They've shut down that play. That's the end of Chimera's attack. So now, here goes the reset. So how agile you are from moving from a defensive play to an attacking play. Well, that Panther's already out of there. The 501st Infantry is still clearing through looking for any remnants of Chimera, but the Panther's trying to get up in the attack. It's driven straight into a wall, unfortunately. And that's unfortunate for them, but I think they're pushing through. We can hear the artillery still shooting forward, of course. The Chimera attack was shut down here, and as 501st start to clean out all of these buildings on the south side of the creek as well. So nice work there. So they'll consolidate a little bit here, 501st. They know they were just a little bit loose there in the way they had the defense. So they'll just consolidate their defensive line here. They'll start cleaning up a little bit of that city area a bit further across towards Canal Crossing. But Chimera still hold a little bit of a footprint down here. This is a really good, I think it's an OP in there. It might be a garrison. There was a garrison down here that's been there for ages. Now, everyone, of course, you've been excited by the match so far and you've been watching this great gameplay. We're literally just past 30 minutes. So we've got another hour to go, if it's a full match, of course. And there's the spawn way. Big forward push now from... there's Isengard. Follow him. Him and his two squad leader mates. Here they go. They're pushing in quite nicely. Blue, I need to find that picture, don't I, and add it to the stream. Let's see if I can find it. There's a really cool no spoilers image. I want to bring that up. No spoilers. Oh, no, it's not an image, is it? 30 minutes in, and look how much shit's been going on. Look at what is going on here. That's the artillery landing in, and it's smashing at that tank. We've got a Panther up there getting hit by the Chimera artillery and everything else they can throw at it. There's a tank down here getting hit by the 501st artillery and everything else they can throw at it. It's amazing stuff. Yeah, just absolutely amazing stuff. The amount of ground pound that was going on here. I'll just see if I can find that no spoilers video while we're talking about this and watching what's going on here. This 76, and there's another one up here, by the way, just so in case you hadn't noticed it already. So they're pincering on that Panther. That's a really good play. Very smart play. Look, there's a hit on that Panther already. And there's a bit of artillery going in. That Panther knows it's in a bit of trouble, so it's trying to maneuver. There's a tank coming in now, pushing forward. They know there's a Panther there. More rounds going in. Here goes that next tank. That's a really good spot there, by the way. And bam, there's the Panther down. What a great kill there from the tanks. So yeah, here we go. Let's see if this gift works. Here you go. Look at this. No spoilers. I love it. No, there's no sound. It's just a GIF. I've got to get that. Got to get the video to that, and try and have someone yelling "no spoilers" in there. No spoilers. No spoilers. I hadn't prepped it because of my computer died the other day, but I'm going to be using that fucker a few times against particular individuals in this chat right now. We won't sound for it though, Blue. We won't sound for it. All right. Now this was interesting. Look at how deep this fight is. All right, that'd be about 300 or 400 meters away from customs and about 500 to 600 away from Canal Crossing, where I'm looking off to the right, the 3 o'clock position on screen. You could see the 501st have worked into this center of screen area here, and they control the city, which Chimera had a bit of that earlier on, but they've lost it now. And we're about 35 minutes in. There's a supply drop. That's a 501st supply drop. I look for these things because it gives me an indication of where the next play is going to be. And so we're probably going to see the three amigos fucking head down there. Isengard and his buddies head down that way for whatever that's about. Bit of pressure coming in here on the point from 501st, but we know we've got some tanks there doing some defensive play. This deep play, though, I just wasn't sure what this was about. There must have been some sort of threat down here, and Jam Squad's been put on the assault down this way. We can see, look how far they are, and then, of course, there's the garrison play going on down there, so that's always important. But I was interested to see a whole squad get pushed down. Watching around the back there to see what was happening with that set of supplies that went in, there was nothing. Here's a full belt from Milk trying to suppress up the street, I'm guessing. I was confused about this play. If anyone could tell me in chat what was going on down here, I just couldn't work it out because it just seemed so far away from the battle. Unless they were following up on a lead or a spawn wave coming in from 501st. But 501st are now consolidating up in this city area up here quite nicely. And, the attack from Chimera, so there's a garrison down there, yeah, okay. But Chimera's attack sort of stagnated a little bit here. There's a few guys, Butter's still up there working hard, Road Rage trying to sweep around. Oh, he's actually now not a sniper, so obviously trying to get some sort of play up here. There's that Luke's Electro chasing a Luke's. Yeah, and there you go. So Jonas just talked about the fact that the infantry were running in from behind them, and I was wondering about that because I couldn't really see anything that was going on there because I hadn't picked up on that earlier. You probably would get a bit shitty about it if you get shot in the back. Electro with the first pop into that Luke's, and that Luke's is in real trouble because Electro's no slow. And boom, there she goes. So well done there. Road Rage, of course, was dodging that tank. Nice kill on that Luke's. Now, Chimera have got a foot across the river here as well now, or the canal, and Spherical and Blackjack are in there. Maximus got an OP over there. That's a good piece of work. But his OP is now fucked. Proper fucked, by the way. So poor old Maximus wears it. 53 minutes to go, folks. Chimera with the advantage here at the moment. Their defensive line is good. Tank just pulling out, probably sweeping around to either get more ammo, probably. I reckon that would be. Thinking about how long it's been there for and it hasn't died yet. So probably an ammo run. Maximus's OP didn't die. I am genuinely shocked by that. There's that Panther that died before, so it's in there providing cover for them. Maximus gets shot again, so he's not having a good run just now. Been picked off a couple of times. Bombing run coming in, wondering whose that is. Think that might be an attacking bombing run. Let's have a look at the 501st. No, that was VK. There you go. He knew there was a problem in that city area. They weren't doing a lot about it from an infantry perspective. It was a hard push, so he's put in the bombing run. He's got nothing ready to attack on the point, and he won't be, for 5 minutes. So the bombing run's not a bad bombing run idea. Probably to try and clear out a garrison as well in there, I reckon. That really opened up. Look at all the blue there now. Really opened up that area for the Chimera guys to consolidate their defense in that and stop getting shot at. But, these guys are now starting to push up here. If you're wondering why it looks a bit jerky, by the way, it looks like he's jittering around. I found with admin camera that if they're just off to the sides like that, it tends to be very jittery. And as soon as they come towards the center, it just smooths out. I have no idea what that might be a function of admin camera or something. Certainly, it didn't drain my resources at all. But I just noticed that. There's a supply drop from the Allies dropping in there now, of course. Chimera being the Allies, just remind you of that. Axis is 501st. 51 minutes to go. Very strong defence now on the point from 501st. They learned their lesson before. But look at this. A little wave coming in here from Chimera again. Dekshan and Butterdog are going to do a little bit of trade there. We'll just come back to that in a sec. I was just interested to see what was going on down here. Because this is a brutal bit of city fighting that's been going on 30 minutes, I guess. 35 minutes ever since everybody came in and hugged. It's just been non-stop in there. And I think 501st are getting the upper hand again. But we've got a tank there with a bit of protection. I like that position. It's a good look. He's just shredded Jesus or Jesus in the building there in front of you. And now the turret's turning around. Big long-range rocket there from Score and a direct hit. He's not going to kill that tank from that range, from that angle though. And Candy's going to get in and repair. No, she's going to get shot in the face with a rocket. But the tank knows it's up there now. I'm wondering how many people are in that tank actually. I think I hovered over it to have a look. Did I? No, I'm fucking useless. Cameraman, sack him. Maximus now has been pushed back from where he was attacking before, and he's coming across the creek to take that city area there. What did we have here? I think this was supply. Yeah, look at this. A little push coming in around the back here now. There's that red light. Look at that red lit up area here on that OP. So that tank that we were just talking about, it's gone back for a repair or a rearm or whatever it is. And we've got a bit of a push coming back here. But VK and Disvol are onto those supplies. This is what I said at the start of the map. When you're dropping stuff up to the north side, it's very, very easy to spot. And if you're not looking around at all times, as a squad leader as a minimum, but as a player in general, to see what that aircraft that just flew over is actually doing, then you're doing it wrong. You need to be eyeballs all around whenever you hear a plane fly over. You'll see me do it with the camera. Anyway, so those guys are up there knowing there's a bit of a pressure on. And look at the artillery smashing the point. It's not doing anything there because they don't have... McFly has just had a bit of a zoomie. They don't have intel on the point, so they're just hitting it. And Chimera now with a bit of a move. Again, the pressure is always on. It's been on this point for a while now. 501st are again in a little bit of trouble here as Chimera's starting to throw some bodies at this point. We'll get into a bit of a better angle here and see where it's coming in from. So it's warehouse side, which is over this left side here. That garrison down the bottom there we talked about. And it's a bit of an all-round attack at the moment. Not much up north there for him to come in on except for OPs. But a lot of OPs. Again, nice shooting down here. But that garrison from 501st that'll be in there somewhere. I wonder if they actually got one on the point now. I can't remember. Great shot from Spherical. Let's go and have a look at what the artillery's up to. And that fascinated me. I wondered what happened there. You see, they just got smashed by something. And I was thinking to myself, where the fuck is that coming from? It has to be a hill. There it is, down the bottom of the map there. Lovely little hill positioning. And this was a fascinating little play. So we've got a Greyhound, I think, parked up here. And he's got a beautiful, beautiful overwatch site. This is very smart play. They could not get into that artillery, the snipers and stuff. So, but look off to the left there. Aries coming in off the left there as an AT. So they know he's up here. And they're going to go and nail him, I reckon. But he's at least stopping their artillery for a little bit. Although I can still hear it firing. But he's Put some pressure on there. There's some supplies going in there from 501st. Pressure on the point still. It's about even on the numbers for Chimera versus 501st. This relentless pressure from Chimera on the point. Really good work from Chimera, but 501st just, it's hard to deal with. And the point's now blinking. It's blinking back in Chimera's favour, and they're starting to cap again. I wonder if they got the weight this time to take the point. Jam's in there again with his squad, so this is a good assaulting squad as they push into the point. But Kenjo's a very good player. Kenjo is a very, very good player. He'll pick up Jam here, I think, from inside that building, and he does that. And look at they're just pushed back into the point and starting to take the cap back, and it's blinked back into Red's favour. So there's Kenjo off the back there trying to build a garrison. Bombing run coming in, I can hear it. So everyone take cover. I reckon that might be a 501st bombing run. That's got to be an attacking bomber. And there's this spawn wave of another garrison. No, that's VKs. Okay, well, it's been 10 minutes. Wow. Didn't even see that. So 46, we're about halfway now, folks. Just shy of halfway. And Chimera again with the relentless pressure on customs. So 501st really need to try and work out a way of clearing out their back line of Chimera guys. And back over to the artillery. Completely went to the wrong spot here, by the way. Back over to the artillery. They're back on it. Back on it, shooting away. So I'm guessing that tank up there died. No, it's still there. He's probably dealing with that infantry guy. I'm going to take a little drink here. This is fire discipline. Look at that. Bam, the tank just died. They waited for that tank to die. See in the background there, the big explosion about the 1 o'clock position. And you'll watch these guys now get back on and start shooting because they know that their AT guy just took out. There they go. Bam. Straight up. So brilliant communication there. Fuck knows where he is. Oh, he redeployed. Brilliant communication though there. They let their artillery know, hey, hold fire guys, we'll just kill this tank quickly. Once it's dead, you can just start shooting. Because as soon as they start shooting, of course, the tank would have been shelling them again. So well done. Good discipline there. I probably would have just kept shooting at him with the tank. And maybe he was, I don't know. I missed that. Must be hard to shoot from that range. This is the area we were talking about before. There's Isengard again with Batito. And this is that push they're trying to do through this building area here. It is pretty good coming in across here. And you can get across the river over here. You can cross over here by foot. I only learned that a little while back. You see a recon's flare going up over the back there. That's that red light you can see every so often. So very solid gameplay here from 501st. From those particular squads as they trim off the defenders from Chimera. They still hold this city area. It's just kind of a bit of a muck around in there at the moment. No one's really gaining the upper hand. But we'll go over and have a look at what the artillery's doing over here. And look, they've had to put a tank on it. Dawnlight sweeping around the back here. To be fair, this is a harder position to defend. But the 501st, the recon squad here, well, it's a recon squad. It really did great work against the Chimera artillery. Cooler and Gamma are struggling to get any artillery downrange for a lot of this match from what I watched. And look how many people they have to throw back here to try and get rid of that recon squad. I saw something interesting in a match earlier tonight, actually. There was a squad of 3 on the artillery. It was a squad leader and 2 other guys. I'm going to say flat out, if you don't need to use all 20 squad leaders, if you're going to have 3 people on artillery, have them all as squad leaders and get their OPs left, right, and forward of the artillery, and that way you're at least lit up. Your OPs are at least lit up when the enemy are coming in. If you need the squad leaders, though, the squad leader positions, though, then of course that's not going to work. All right, here's an interesting fight still going on here in this area, and look, there's a bit of trade. Great kill from Unknown there. A couple of good kills from Unknown there. He had a bit of patience and he took his man down. And Ultimate, they're pushing through there with Ricto. Kelton's coming around the back there, trying to clean him up. Good defensive play here. There's a great shot from Unknown. Doing the 360 head spin. Saw his person, killed him. This play over here where that tank is. Das Furor on the defensive. Candy getting back into the tank to try and help it out. A lot of pressure on that area. Yet another pressure point here, though, from Chimera. And this time they've got a few extra numbers on that south side. They've got that flank really covered there well with about 10 people right in amongst the point. 501st are yet again going to lose their momentum forward by having to pull back probably a squad worth of people here. See the points blinking? going to go Chimera's way. It's starting to go Chimera's way. There it is. So that means that the commander has to react. He's going to send in that tank, I reckon. But they have to react. They don't have a choice there. They have to react and send in some bodies, which means they lose the momentum forward. So well done to them forward. Mr. Vaughn, thank you, good sir, for the subscription. I do appreciate it, mate. I actually do. We are definitely due for a giveaway. I've just got to work out some things with the computer before I do that properly. But I do stinky giveaways with whatever revenue's made on this stream. So for everybody watching, just keep that in mind. It all goes back to the community. So I've got a bit of bank at the moment. I've just got to find the time to actually do a proper stream and do something with a giveaway. I can't do giveaways during the HCA because. Anyway, Chimera got a bit of pressure on the point here, but look at that city push going in. That's nice work back there from the 501st, and they're just starting to shut this push down. Yeah, and that's the thing. GoTrex made the comment there. 501st, they just started to get some real momentum, and they weren't they? Every time they actually are making ground, they are making brilliant ground forward, and they're chewing away at whatever Chimera throw at them and taking over that ground. And then all of a sudden, Chimera, though, who are, I've known Chimera for quite a while, they are a very aggressive attacking type group. Type clan. So they've certainly got plenty of great defensive players. We'll have a look at those numbers later. But there's some of these guys here. This entire group of people here are always happy to be on the attack and very, very strong in attack. So using that to their advantage, bam, in they come and smash in and start to turn the point again. And as a commander, I can say right now, 501st, you would have to go, right, I need, say, 5 bodies back there to just see what that does for the cap. You can see the points still go Chimera's way, so they'd look at that and go, how many people have I got back there at the moment? And if it's 2 full squads and they're still losing, then you'd have to bring back something else. This is good play here, though, from Chimera. They've actually decided to go on the offensive here a bit more. Those tanks have been very defensive throughout this match, but look at this. Here we go. We've got that tank coming in around the bottom here. We've got another tank pushing in along the street here as well. It was all happening here. It's very hard to film this shit. There's the tank coming in over there to the left. Boom, someone's shooting at that. Another tank down the bottom here. And, fucking everybody with a satchel chasing. VK, thank you, sir, for the sub. I do, as said before, Devon, I appreciate it, mate. We need to do a stream one night where I can just do a giveaway. I've done a couple so far. I think I've given away a couple $100 worth of Steam keys. Anyway, look at this satchel racing in. You get a hard on for a tank when you've got a satchel in your pocket, don't you? But here's this trade. This is... Oh, Chimera's still capping, by the way. Just watch that. Keep that out of your mind. In the side of your eye there. Look at this. Jesus or Jesus. Satchel's on. So he's got that. There's the defense. Great work on the defending there from probably Butterdog down here, I'm guessing. He was around a fair bit. Oh, but he's picked off. No, it's Von. That's right. Von was down here trying to defend that tank. You defended the tank, but the satchel's still on that tank now, and they need to do something about it. But they've got their eyes on the prize up here, which of course is the Panzer IV. And that tank's just taken a hit from someone else. It smashed the Panzer IV, but we're going to see big bada boom in a second on that tank down here. So it's a reasonable trade, I guess, a tank for a tank. There's the Panther off to the right, though. Chimera now 50% cap here. 50% cap here. Bombing run coming in from VK up the top. They're trying to pick up a garrison. Tank down on the point here now. Those tanks broke this open for Chimera. They're 2/3 capped here. 501st in real trouble. Tank wears it in the butt again. 501st in real trouble here unless they get another spawn wave off, unless they kill some of these Chimera guys. That tank is really making a difference. 3/4 capped now. This is big trouble for 501st. But look, someone's coming across the creek here. I'm guessing, oh, that was a great kill there, whoever that was. Airhead coming in. Undefended airhead now. Unfortunately, that's not a great place for the airhead, VK. I would have put it over in amongst all the guys on that right flank. Would have made a better choice there. I definitely do airheads differently than a lot of people here, and they were straight on that one because there's not enough people there. You've got to anticipate a little bit where you think your front lines are going to be. Maybe he picked that and it was just off. I don't know, but they've lost that. Now look at the counter pressure coming on from 501st. They've thrown the bodies at that defense, so their defensive squad again just comes back and goes, fucking no, you cannot have this point. excuse me, but here is trouble for VK and the Chimera guys. They've got a big water people over the other side of the creek there that have finally actually taken those buildings. Fuck me, that must have been hard. Bam, there's the defensive wave. Great work. Great work. This is interesting here. If you watch here now, nobody knows where anybody is, and they're all running away. And as soon as these guys, Rico and Jesus, start shooting, there it is. Now, I think Heavenly goes down. Yeah, now everybody there knows, well, fuck me, they're over that way. They're over that way. So here they go. They start heading back across now. And that was probably not the best move from 501st. By shooting, as stupid as this sounds, they gave up the game. Because those Chimera guys were probably going to run straight across that bridge. Here's a whole bunch of planes coming in. Oh, dear. So Chimera's still on that attack. It's blinking still, so it's not fully in 501st favour. But look at that defensive line coming in. Chimera own the city though on the other side of the creek there. Chimera have got this area down here, but they haven't got enough here. I don't think. Yeah, I think. See, these guys are just spread out now. I was looking at the resourcing at the moment too, just to have a quick look at where we were at. So good fuel there. So VK had a reasonable amount of fuel for this match for the tanks. And so we had a good sustainment of tanks here. Lovely defensive line there from the Chimera guys as they shut down this back area. It's Easter because Jesus is dead. Now, around the back here, we can see VK and somebody else coming in to try and take out that OP. There was an OP in there. Unknown. And so, look, there's that spawn wave going off. But the defense from Chimera was good here. This was a pretty good defense. Unknown, great. He got wiped out there at range. But, yeah, look, I was pretty pleased with the defense. They responded well to it. And we get in and have a look and made sure it was only just an OP, and yes, it was. So that's going to be shut down pretty quick. I'm not too worried about this from 501st. It's just not enough. But, they have to try something, don't they? They have to try and keep some momentum up. And it does bring back a few of the Chimera guys in defence, and that's important. But, look, they're just getting trimmed down now by VK and the crew. So, well done there on the defensive line. For now, that's nice work. Now we're moving back across. You can see Chimera still trying to control this area, and they've got a squad in here. But, Jesus, these 501st guys are relentless in that, and that artillery is even more relentless in there. And the cap race has stopped here now. All the caps have stopped and everyone's consolidating again. VK and the crew over there on the customs area, canal crossing area rather, will just be sorting out whatever happened then and trying to clear out the stuff around the back. You can see here that this controlled area up the north from the 501st means that Spherical's in a bit of trouble there. He's probably going to get rolled by a few people. There's a tank in there on the point. Yeah, it's a Luke's again. Don't mind the old Luke's, but here's that. Look, the Chimera waves that were down here before have been shut down. And we are 34 minutes to go. And I think everybody just pause for breath right now. Including me. I'm going to pause and have a little bit of a drink. But everyone's having a bit of a pause. There's no attack going on really. Lone Wolf and Red Six are in there, but they're not going to do much. I think that's a satchel coming in there for sure. Checking to see what we're supplies down the south here. Oh, this is this thing that they were doing before. Here they are again. So we just step back here and have a bit of a look. Have a look at what's going forward. There's that fucking artillery again. Bam, bam, bam. It's just, it never stops. And I think we've got, yep, oh mate, Pell's back on the hill playing tag with AT. Yep, he's back on the hill trying to get that oversight. You can see he's shooting, yeah, look, he's trying to pick up this guy. This AT guy's pretty good. Yeah, 501st. Mr. Plow just made a comment there about 501st fuck Chimera and artillery, it looks like. I will say that the 501st guys they sent forward, they weren't many, but they did very, very well against the Chimera artillery. Here's the three amigos. Told you I would tell you about these guys. I do genuinely believe that it is harder to defend the left side artillery than the right side. And the reason is there's this giant fucking mound with a railway track on the top of it that completely blocks the line of sight from the south, except for the top of the hill there where the mansion, the creek is. It's the railway on the top of that hill. So that just, you immediately have one flank of three completely protected. And what they did was they put a whole bunch of shit to the north side as well, with there's a Belgian gates and all sorts of things, and it just, how you would get through to them, I have no idea. But the Chimera guys struggled with that. Whereas west side of the map, yeah, it's a fucking giant paddock, isn't it? There's a few things like that going on there for them. So yeah, Axis certainly have a little bit more of the good weight there. To Maximus, thank you very much, mate, for the sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. We need to pick a night, ladies and gents. Maybe one of the Friday night fights. Maybe next Friday we'll do a giveaway. Because all you have to do is watch a bit of the stream and buy the tickets. And I do the delayed Friday night fight anyway. So for channel points, while you all watching, you have enough channel points to buy tickets when I actually run a giveaway. And it's it'll be a Steam key, the value of $50. All right, or maybe 100. We'll see what I do. So you negotiate with me what you want as part of that. That's how I work. All right. The defensive line's moved off of here now. 501st have just sort of taken out. Poor old Maximus working hard in there. Working hard in here. The guys around the back here trying hard to get something happening. You can see Road Rage just get picked up there. Look, this is the consolidation phase. We're 30 minutes to go. Bit of shooting going on up here. Bit of trade. Nice trade there. Frio got hit and one actually. Go Trek probably yelled in rage at something and he got banned by Steam Elements. A little bit of moderation. The lowest I can set it on. All right. So you can see nothing's really happening right now, is it? So we've had an hour of solid gameplay and a couple of garrisons. The thing I was pointing out here, you can see 7 defensive garrisons, more or less, and that only gives VK2 attacking options. And down here was where old matey Potato, the 3 Amigos were. That's what we were watching before. So I'm just going to go back and have a look at them in a minute, I reckon. Gentlemen, thank you very much for the subs. Again, appreciate it. And shouts to you for supporting me, guys. All right. Well, I'm wondering where the 3 Amigos left. Jam's back on the point. So he's trying to get some work happening there again. So we might start to see, good kill on something there. That was a great shot, whoever that was. I think that was, around the back there. Around the back where Candy rocked and, if I stop moving, Kanashi, I think it is. That's where the tank is. So this Luke's a little bit brave going against whatever it is. It's probably a 76 at the back there, isn't it? Yeah, he's a brave little Luke. There's the dead panther up here. But yeah, this got very flat here. It was just trade at range. Jam was trying something on the attack here, but there's nothing. I was just going to have a quick look at these guys to see who was in the tank. And there's the hype train from Kogo. Thank you very much. Exciting because shit is going to start here. Look, Chimera just starting to come around the back here now. This is good work. So this was where Jam was just before. So he started to get something going on here. And there is a bit of momentum going on here. Well, we'll make it 100. There you go. I'm throwing down 100 right now. It's a $100 Steam key giveaway for next Friday night fight. Okay, here's Entice and the guys coming in now. There's quite a few Chimera out here. I think the point's going to start turning here. Entice needs to get something up from his guys. That Luke's, sorry, Jonah's trying to say something, I'll let it through. That Luke's was a pain in the ass. It looked like it was too. This is really good work here from Chimera. Look how spread out they are. They're all around. They're just chipping away at all the things going on. They must be looking for that garrison back there because that garrison is going to make a difference. That garrison that's up the back there, if they can take that one out, that was their reinforcing garrison that saved them, what is it, twice, 3 times from losing the point. Jam's done some great work here with Entice and the squads down here pushing in on the point. We've got that warehouse still happening on there. The Chimera guys have lost this area over here again, so Maximus has been pushed out of there. So, you know, well done there for 501st actually pushing back into it. You can see there the weight's starting to come in. Look there, it's blinking. I can see it's blinking. It's gone back to Chimera now. It's going back in Chimera's favour, but look what's going on down the south of the point here. There's a bit of a push coming in over here. I want to have a look at this now. This is a good little push coming in over this way as well. A bit of pressure here for Chimera. So this is where we start to get stretched out, where we've got an attack going on that's going well, and you can see the point starting to turn, and you can see 501st really want to get some attacks still going on there, and so they're pushing in, and there's Isengard. Look, one of the 3 Amigos has made it on the other side of the river. Duvald has got to stop that out there because that's going to be a garrison around the back there if they're not careful. Real pressure could come into VK's team here over the top left corner there. The 9 o'clock position That's what we want to watch now as we're watching this play go on. And, of course, the cap's still going in Chimera's favour. So, and there's good trade going on here that 501st are winning this trade. Here's Isengard running around now. Dubolt knows he's there, I wonder, yeah? Let's have a see where he's shooting. I can hear bullets. Look there, look, the bullets are actually starting to land down here, but Dubolt's been picked up. That's a great push from Chimera. They're on the point. They've got a couple of defensive puts around the back here. Is it an airhead coming in? I can't remember. No, that was supplies coming in for VK. So he's trying to get something down the south area. He knows there's a bit of trouble here around the back area there. But 501st again with a big spawn wave to come back in and stop the cap from happening. Oh, they've trimmed out all the back guys here. There was a whole heap of blue around there. That's the Lukes. He's been running around pew-pew and everything he could. Jam and the guys are still on the point, though, so that's a lot of pressure for 501st to try and take them out. But again, we can see this circular defense that just constricts in and closes off whatever's going on. Kenda's in there now, so he knows there's a trouble, a bit of a threat. Look how far the cap went. It went reasonably well, about a third to a half. So good work again from Chimera, but they've just been shut down again by brilliant defense. And that fucking artillery again landing in there. It's quick, isn't it? That artillery's all over it. You can hear it shooting in your right ear if you've got surround sound going on there. Maximus now, of course, he's been pushed out of that north area. Alfred playing some trade in there. We'll see how they go. Here's a tank coming in, though. This will make a difference yet again. So they're pushing forward a tank, Chimera, and that's good work. You want that. You want to get the tank pushed forward and starting to put some fire support in under the point to try and help those infantry guys who are very much cut off now. It could be that bridge too far feeling again for them as the airborne get chopped off in from their supply lines. Lone Wolf living up to his name. There's the tanks coming in. So that's one tank shooting from down this way, down the 6 o'clock position. And that other tank's a bit more to the right. There he is. So that's about the 3 o'clock position. So there's 2 tanks now that are going to get some line of sight in on the point. And yeah, Mr. Plow, absolutely. They keep having past 50%, but that defense is just rock solid. They just are getting smashed in defense. Great pushes back. Here's VK trying something up north there now. I'm not sure if he's going to get anybody across that bridge to go and build up there, though. What's going on around the back here? We can see it's a pretty good push. Pretty good push coming in from... he's an AT guy, so he's not going to be able to do anything back there. But there's a bunch of infantry holding that where that tank was there in the middle of the screen. And they're just chipping away at Chimera. So I'm just watching that. Rabbits moving boxes behind me. That's excellent fun. Looking for supplies again. I'm watching for airheads now. We've got 20 odd minutes to go, 25 minutes to go. I would expect to start seeing some airheads come in. I haven't seen... I think there was one 501st airhead roughly where Unknown is. And then, it would have been very interesting to see where this went if 501st capped first. Chimera, good defense. I mean, his skull running around the back. I'm not sure what that's all about yet. So, good defensive play here. Good defensive play here again as they push in. Well done to 501st for shutting down that defense. Chimera have shut down the point here from the attack that was going on, but they don't... Like, there's nobody on there now. I'm wondering... See, this... 501st took this area out. Heavenly and his squad, they're trying to defend that area. The tanks on the bridge there, artillery landing on that tank. They're fucking... Here, look, Petito. That's one of the 3 amigos. Crossing the creek. Newball's got picked up there by Beard. Good shot, but here's Jesus. And a bit of trouble here for Chimera. They don't know this coming. VK's around the back there. He's trying to defend against that guy that was in the point before, but he's run out. Dusbolt picked him up off the spawn. Geez, that was interesting. Spawn on top of him. But look at this. Look at this now. There's a hot for trot AT guy going for the tank. Candy Rocks have been picked off there. But Tito's in behind. He'll get an OP up here. Bit of pressure here for Chimera. So they've got the forward guys going across the bridge here. Spherical here, trying his luck across that bridge. We'll see how he goes. There's a bit of pressure here for Chimera they don't know about yet. It's building. I can see it's building. There's another couple coming in down here now. That tank is in the point, though. Those tanks were used to great effect as defensive pillboxes, by the way. There's no question those tanks were used in great effect there. Here's shots going in. Chimera in a bit of trouble. Maybe this is the airhead. Is this an airhead from... It's 23 minutes to go. 23 minutes to go. And I have only seen one airhead from 501st. There's a spawn wave coming in. Chimera now understand there's a bit of pressure going in. The point's blinking. There's a trouble here. Chimera need to wake up to this. VK's down now. They know that's on. They've sent a spawn wave in. They've sent some peeps back. McFly's in there. He's just defending that city side. I mean, they control that area there. There's not enough going on for 501st. We've got supplies going in up the top there for VK, trying to get a defensive garrison up the top. We've got the spell down there again with the Overwatch anti-tank, anti-artillery gun on the hill here. And he's still playing tag, and he's lost the tag battle yet again. Fuck me, that anti-tank guy is a good player, isn't he? He's wiped out Pell a couple of times up there now. Oh, geez, that's great play from Ares. All right, really keeping his artillery alive there. And they were used to good effect there. Now, there's a big wave coming in around the back there. Look at this coming across the bridge here as well. So this is a 501st double push going on here. They're a ways off yet, but if they come back and take this, we know only McFly is in there at the moment. I'm just trying to work out where the Chimera guys are. I can't see any of them at the moment, so they must be further to the right at this stage. And then up, oh, look at that Overwatch tank. It's shelling the shit out of the top there. 21 minutes to go. I'm liking, if you're a 501st supporter, I'm liking the pressure that's coming on here now. This is good pressure coming on from 501st. They've come out in a wave, but they have left the point a little bit vacant. So I'm just kind of curious to see where that ends up. Bot John's in there, so that means Jam's in there as well. Still, but look at this. They've taken back that area. It's like zones of the map keep getting traded. So this was 501st for ages, and then Chimera took it before, and now they've lost it again because 501st are in there. But 501st owned this area, and now Chimera have taken that back, and they're spawning in and coming up. And this is a really interesting play going on here. There's a tank over the back there with Von Luck letting us know where it is in case you're wondering. From a distance, we love those engineers riding tanks. Good little push going on here into the point, and Burrito is in a bit of trouble by himself there at the front line. But there's no squad leaders here for the 501st, and they're getting flanked. Really good defensive work here from Chimera. There's artillery again. That might be the Chimera, so who knows. But look at this wave coming in from the south there from the Chimera guys. So good play there. 501st have been shut down. 20 minutes to go. Oh, and that hurt. That's definitely not friendly artillery, no matter who it came from. Again, there's Butter Dog over on the point there, trying to push in and cap it, but it's not turning. Still got these guys in here. That'll be a satchel coming in onto the point from Hiko, but he's been picked off there by Burrito. Well done there. Burrito's stopped that attack that was going on. Great play going on here from Chimera as they defend this pretty hard. I'm liking the defense, Chimera. That's good work. Even though there's a couple of people coming in on the point, they're nowhere near capping it at the moment. There's a strafe coming in as well from VK. He's just picking up anything he can around the back there. But that defense is rock solid at the moment. I just had a bit of a look to see if there was any dead bodies. Yeah, no, they're not coming in there anytime soon. So well done to Chimera shutting down that attack. Oh, no, that's right. He was taking out the person on the garrison back there. So he strafed the garrison. Here's an airhead. This airhead's a little better, I must admit. Now, it's only better because there's a person there to defend it. His name is Butterdog. Just to want to enter that for the record, if I can, please. Butterdog. If we just keep a close eye on Butterdog, the squad leader down the bottom there, who's able to talk in command chat. He's able to hear command chat. He can see messages on the screen. And there he is. Just going in to defend the airhead, which is a great airhead, by the way, because nobody knows it's there. And there's a bombing run coming in as well. What's that bombing run doing? This is... Oh, fuck Butterdog. What I... Butterdog, you can take that to the international court, mate, if you need to. And then, of course, the 501st squad leader comes in and goes, oh, look, an airhead. Let's fuck that off. That's a bit dangerous. Poor Butterdog. If he had have lived, he would have probably defended that airhead and changed the course of the battle at that very point in time, because there was absolutely no defense on the point. So you all can work out amongst yourselves whether that was the commander's fault, Butterdog's fault, or, you know what, fucking the hell let loose. He's been great. He's been great at F, has he? Love it. Excellent work. All right, here's a really good push going on here from 501st Oak. So they've shut down that little attack that's going on there. I think they've got a good balance of defenders on here now. There's about 6 or 7 defenders on there. They know that Chimera have quite a push going on. 17 minutes to go, folks. This is where I think things will start to get interesting. There's no slumps here in any of these teams. And any of the players, there's a lot of great players here. We know so many of the Chimera players are top shelf, and you know, and we've seen that 501st have brought it to the table so far. This is a great push here. 501st are really up against the canal crossing area now, and they've consolidated this area. Chimera have got a bit of a threat coming in there. We see the tank. The tank has to back off a little bit, because there's so much shit going on in there and they have no idea what threat there is, because they've lost complete infantry control here. Delta tried to come in and defend from that south side, but 501st will have some spawn points in there now. I can see a garrison marker just went up somewhere. But Chimera have been pushed back to their side of the river, so they're all pushed back over to here, with the exception of this lovely, lovely spawn wave that's coming off that garrison that has been there for an hour, I reckon. We got 20 minutes, less than 20 minutes to go, I think. Let's have a good look at this map right now and look at what's going on here. We can see that 501st have started that. They've got a nice red zone garrison there, and they'll push in here. And they've got great defense up this area here. This has been really solid defense. And they've, of course, got stuff going on down here. But Chimera now starting to get that cap weight in again. So, again, the 501st have started their push across here. And now they've got the cap starting to fall again. So what do? You know, I mean, it's so hard. As soon as they start to get momentum, they're getting pushed on the point. And Chimera's defense here is pretty solid here. These guys have come back in and shut down this city area nicely. 15 to go. Still anyone's game at the moment, folks, to be honest with you. Like, Chimera have had a pretty rock-solid defense. Still anyone's game, but look at all of this 501st in here. Surely they've got to get something going on here. Surely these numbers are going to be able to push somewhere. They've shut down the Chimera attack for a change straight away. So well done to that defensive squad that's on there. They've shut down that attack. As the point was starting to get attacked, they've gone no. Hasn't even got up to 10%. It's been wiped out. A lot of fight going on here in this warehouse district, which is a very, very common area to fight over. Here's Candy just taking a free ride on that tank again. As we see, you know, that defensive tank getting pushed forward here to try and hold that. And have we got a tank up north at the moment? I think we've got there's an APC running in, armoured personnel carrier running in, a half track. So that's an important move, having that backup garrison up there now. We've got plenty of Garys around, of course, so VK's played that. He knows we're down to 15, and of course here's Chimera yet again, putting that cap pressure on. But we'll watch over a little bit here just quickly to see what's happening. Bud shutting down the bridge attack. Great work there. And the tank now getting into position where it can shut it down too. So 501st were almost across that bridge there, but Bud and that tank then shut that down. So well done, Chimera there. Chimera now starting to attack the point nicely again. And we're up to about 20% here for the cap. This time it's a little bit different because we've got one defender from 501st, second one coming across Mandalay. Look, that's a good little push here. It's not huge numbers though from Chimera, but we're up to 30% now. We're getting to the 130 area. There's the Lukes over here. Jinx is having tickle fights with the Lynx, with the Lukes, and he can't do anything to except die by the look of that. So not as a rifleman anyway. There's Garrison or an OP in there, but someone's picking them off. This is a great push. Butterdog, he knows we're not to stand there as anywhere near VK's bombing runs. He's picking off people around the back here. If he can get across and take that garrison out, 501st. Oh, a lot of trouble. There are 50% capped here, folks. And bam, spawn wave in that city area that I talked about. Oh, the Luke's is empty. Yeah, it's not doing anything, is it? It must have been out trying to repair itself. And good work there picking off the Luke's repairer there, Jinx. That's what's happened. Yeah, actually, I did work that out at the time, by the way. So thanks for reminding me, Spherical. That Luke's was empty because they tried to repair it and got picked off by this Chimera guy spawning in the trenches to the right. But yet again, the defense. They've sent back the exact number they needed to shut down the Chimera attack, haven't they? Like, they didn't send back a panic pair of squads. They've sent back the literal number they needed. They've sent a few extra because they can see people are coming across the water here. 13 minutes to go. It is relentless, cannon fodder. It hasn't stopped. There's been something to commentate the entire time. And that's Not all. Yeah, exactly. It's the longest we've seen without a cap. It's just, look at this shit. And there's some good resources. I wanted to check where we're at with, 13 minutes to go. We've got a tank in there on the point right now defending. Look at that defensive tank up the top there. That was an important defensive tank here at this stage in the game. If it stays up there, I'm not sure, but yeah, because it really did slow things down for 501. I wanted to see, look at these guys are back here as... I remember filming this. If you're bored, go... Fuck knows what he was doing. Trying something new with artillery there. It didn't work. Nox here is actually covering the cell spawn. That was such a good jump. It's got to be a height record there, I reckon. He was up pretty damn high. And these guys, again, they're just uncontested artillery. See how that berm is on the left? It's blocking the line of sight from there. Very hard to come in from the north side here. Pell's there trying with road rage, but they've been struggling. But Noxie's shooting people down south a bit there on the spawning in on tanks and stuff like that and trucks. But this is a good little push here again from Chimera, keeping that relentless pressure up, keeping enough of the 501st occupied on the point here that they can't do anything much forward here. And the city defense now in this warehouse district means they can't push across the bridge. It's just, instead of having a defensive line over here, having it up here. This is what we're seeing from Chimera. What it means is if these guys here die, they can always spawn back here and still be defending, across the river. Whereas if they were defending here, when they died, they got nowhere to go except back there. These are the types of thoughts that you have to throw into the game if you don't already do that. Do vaults back there defending from any rogue infantry that come in. And a bit of a city push now, a nice little city push here, but they're getting picked off here. The trade was in 501st favour. What do we got? 11 minutes to go, folks. 11 minutes to go. What could happen here? Anybody's game still. Anybody's game still. Big warehouse trade going on. That tank is in the middle of the city, trying its best to defend the warehouse district. The infantry's having a tough time of it in there. Here's some planes. We know when a plane's going over, something's going to happen somewhere. I'm just kind of keen to see what happens. Look at that. Like, they control this area now. 501st have got this fairly locked down. They don't have many people here, but there's no Chimera to be seen in this area, so that's important for 501st. But look at that over to the right. Chimera's still pressuring in the point. They've been in the point now for an hour. I think there's always been a Chimera player in those buildings, like, for an hour. So great testimony to the relentless pressure put on 501st throughout this whole match. To have people just in there, even when stuff's going on elsewhere, they're in there, just pressuring, just shooting in. If you're a defender, you don't get a chance to rearm. You've just got to fucking keep. You're shooting this guy. Oh, I killed this guy here. Oh, god damn, I'm getting shot from another direction now. And that's what. Look at that. And there's an OP coming in. Oh, shredding play from Horrigan. Bam, 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 bam. Takes them all out. And there's the OP as well. Great place from Horrigan there from the 501st. Wow, that was just a brutal kill there. He's an assault rifleman for those that don't know the symbol. He's redeployed. He's like, yep, my job's done. On attack. Milk here with New Boars having a bit of a play in there. It's not all 501st way at the moment here. You can see there's a good circle of blue all the way around. So Chimera still got a bit of pressure on. But those tanks are in there. 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Where are we going with this? People fighting in the city. People fighting up the north there still. There's still just trade across the river. And these guys have been pushed back here. 501st have actually made some good ground here. They've pushed back Von and Candy back in that defensive tank. It's right back there. All that infantry's been pushed back pretty well. That's very solid play from the 501st. And now there's smoke going in on the bridge. So there might be something going on here. I'm assuming that's not Chimera smoke on the bridge. So they've got to be doing something here now. And look at the wave coming in over the back. Artillery's been called from VK. He knows there's a problem in this area here. Well picked up, VK. You're right, mate. Look at them all. Look at them all coming in there now. That's a big spawn wave coming through here. I don't think Burrito's going to be able to hold that off. And bam, one's down already. Burrito's killed one. He's just, he's in there amongst it. But look at them all. This is, it's like 10 to 1. And these guys here, blue getting picked off where? That is fucking heaps of people coming in there now. Chimera in a bit of trouble here, but look at the cap. The pressure is on the cap again forward. And there's a bit of gunplay up there north as well. These guys are trading in 5 versus winning on the trade at the moment. Could be a bit of fatigue setting in because it's been relentless this whole match. 5 versus winning the trade at the moment, but Chimera have some numbers around that. Look at the circle work. That's great work there. And they've got spawn points. They've got some options here. Planes coming over now, shelling in from that northern tank, that northern defensive tank. Don't know what that plane is at the moment, but I'll be keen to see it. Maximus is now in the point there. Butterdog, he's over here now. He's moved from over there. They control this area, but they've let it go again. And you've got to hold that area there with something. This area here, because then it gives you a feeder line. But look, see, they're just spawning in there. A couple of squads. They bam, look at that. And they control the area there, and they've just killed off everybody in there again. And they're just relentless defense. I mean, you couldn't want more from your team. If that was my team, I'd be going, fucking top shelf work, boys and girls. But look at this here now. This is a cluster going on here in this warehouse. And we know from plenty of pub matches, at least, and some of the comp matches we've seen as well, that this is a great staging point for attacks. And if you can control that area, look at that arty going in there. The tank's been pushed back. Candy's been nipped off the top of the tank. The trade's being lost here by Chimera. And they're pushing out quite nicely here, the 501st. Now they've got control of the bridge. The canal is starting to fall. That's a really, really good attack there. There's no Chimera players in the point. They've just thrown their first wave in of defenders. Right, there's some smoke going in now. So Chimera would be working out right now. There's a bit of pressure on the point here, and they know there's an attack coming across this bridge. But look at the beautiful work from Jam and the crew. They might have been called back, and they might have seen it. So they've actually swept in and they've wiped out most of those guys in the back there, and they would have taken out the garrison as well. But it completely shut down the attack. So, it's punch, counter punch, isn't it? Airhead coming in. That's the one I was looking for. So with 5 and a bit minutes to go, Vital Airhead comes in. Huge spawn wave. Bombing run on the point here. This is big pressure. That'll get this garrison. That's that garrison gone. Well done. That half track up the top there, though, was a great placement about 15-20 minutes ago from VK, because it gave him options when he just lost his garrison, and they've got an airhead in. That tank's taking a punch to the face. It's got very little infantry support here. R501st going to push forward across this bridge and start to cap it. The interesting fact here is that the Chimeric team are starting to take the other point with hardly anybody on it, which means everybody on the 501st must be looking to spawn in. There's the 3 Amigos in there as well, so it's all on here now. And the cap's starting to turn. This is a tough one. Look at all those red dots. Bombing run coming in from VK. Has to try and stop this attack going on through the city area here. That's a great bombing run. That is a great bombing run. It's come right across there. Picked up red 6, yet another war crime. But I think that was a real game-saving bombing run there from VK, because that airhead, if it's not already dead, there's still a spawn in there, but look, only 4 came in. There's another OP there. They've got numbers in there, but not enough. And the Chimera guys have swept around the back as well. And there's a tank, it's relentlessly shooting that area. There's another tank on the bridge. Very, very robust defensive response there from Chimera to shut down a very dangerous play from 501st. Look at that stuff. Chimera have shut that down, but gosh, that was tight there for a moment. There were fucking thousands of them. And I mean, it's a 50 versus 50 with 1 caster each side. Yet I still swear I counted 1,000 players pushing through those warehouses. Those tanks and that bombing run really nailed it. Those tanks nailed it. So they were not aggressive push forward tanks very often. There's the OP gone. So that's the end of that. Those tanks were used in a very smart play with infantry support around them at all stages, and that's why you had tanks for so long. If you have infantry support in your tanks will generally not die. And we know the Panther, to be honest with you, I think is a better tank than the 76s. And there it goes. The Panther just blew up. That's that explosion in the bottom left of middle left of screen there. That's a Panther dying from memory. So the 76ers had the run of play there because of good play. But look at this defense. Look at all these bodies coming in. This is another nice push here. We've got 3 minutes to go, folks. And 501st are trying something a little bit different here now, but I think those tanks are going to shut that down. It's going to be hard going across that canal with a couple of tanks looking at it. They're not dead yet, but they're going to get some smoke up there. I mean, their artillery could do that. Here's Panic. He's like, fuck this. I got this, boys. Don't you worry about it. He'll take him. I don't know what. Poor old Panic. He's in there by himself. A Pfizer or Fizzer rather in the back there. Sorry, there's an actual unit at work called Pfizer Spo, and it's got the same fucking SR. We call it Pfizer Spo. But 501st with all the bodies on it. 238 here. I think this is going to go Chimera's way. That airhead was their last gamble, and they can't get across up here. They're not going to be able to get across up there. Panic versus the world. Panic loses. He's gone. They can't get across here with those tanks up there, and those tanks are the play up here. They're just doing the right thing. They're used incredibly well. 2:17 to go. This is not going to be capable by 501st. They don't have any momentum here. They are literally in one big defensive line on their point. Chimera not going to attack this point and take it either before the 2 minutes is up. So this is going to be a GG for Chimera at this point in time. We're going to call it there. It's definitely a good game for Chimera. So you can spoilers all you want now, ladies and gentlemen, because Chimera have won this. There's no way that 501st can win this battle now. And they probably can't lose this point in front of us as well either. We'll just step back there and have a look at that. Holy fucking Jesus, what a relentless defensive map. Their defending squads were the ones that really were the top shelf from both teams in this map. There's a precision strike, lovely precision strike there. God, that looks cool. That was such a brutal match. Such a brutal match. So good to cast this one, even though it was a pre-record that I did recording. So it's just, I just imagine being on the ground for this, ladies and gents. We'll go across to the warm-up screen now, so you know I'm still alive here. You know, just fuck me. Why is that screen not back up? Whatever. Primary display full. Let's put that back up here. Somewhere. Where do I put that? I think it goes in front of that, doesn't it? There we go. So I'm going to put my music on and I'm going to turn off the background system stuff. And look, you know, I'll just do some numbers on the screens here now for those folks that look at the numbers and like to see something. Look at the defensive squad scores. You know, the attacking squad's well done. No insult to the attacking squads here. They played so well here. But look at the numbers on the defensive squad. 6,000 there. All right. 5K down here for Heavenly. Incredible numbers for defense there from what was relentless pressure from both teams. You know, smashing into each other. Just, you know, here's my suit emoji. There you go. That's the best I've got for you. Alright, let's turn that music off. It's got the background music going on now. Now go across to the right hand side of the screen and look at Dog Squad. 7,140 defense points. 7,000, folks. Can tell who was on fucking Canal Crossing Customs. Holy, well done. But look, at the end of it all, there was only one victor, and that was Chimera tonight. After a strong first play, I mean, it's one of their best first plays that I've seen out of all the 4 matches so far. But that first play really set them up well because it is a hard nut to crack, that Canal Crossing, and they held it off there. But look, definitely outplayed in artillery there tonight. The 501st guys really had the run of artillery, and just boom, you know, smashed them with artillery the whole time. You just couldn't crack it. They tried. All right, ladies and gents, I've got 20 seconds left here before we go into the end of this video. I'm just going to have a quick look to see who we can raid here. If there's anybody cool around, we're going to raid them. I'm getting up at like 5:15 in the morning, just so you know, so that I can stream another match. And do the it's another match. It's the 20th 10th versus somebody else. So we're gonna raid Candy Rock now, as I just saw. It's the first one on the list tonight. But tomorrow morning I'm getting up super fucking early to record a match, and then sometime tomorrow I'm gonna stream that one, and that'll be the 20th and 10th versus who am I even streaming for there? 20th and 10th versus God knows what. All right. As we just finish off that, let me just check. I'll just check who am I streaming for. 20th 10th Mountain Division versus Sev H and 501st. So I haven't seen Sev H and 501st play yet. I'm really keen to see them play. But we've seen 20th 10th, of course. They lost to Chimera last week. Gamma, thank you for the sub, mate. I appreciate it. Friday night, I am going to do a giveaway, folks. Ladies and gents, it's been called. I'm going to do a up to $100 Steam key giveaway on Friday night for the Friday night fight. You make sure you are here to watch that. All you have to do is be there to buy your tickets. You can buy up to 10 tickets, and then it's just random. It's just a function of stream elements for those that don't know how it works. You get 100 points every so often in chat or some damn thing, and each ticket costs 100 points for 10 minutes of watching or something like that. So, all right, let's raid Candy Rocks. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching tonight. I hope you have enjoyed yourself. Love you all. Fuck, I'm sweating in this suit. Good night and goodbye.